Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your July 2025 tarot card reading. We are going to get started with a moon card because we're going to concentrate on that new moon in Leo, July 24th, and then we're going to also check in to see what those other energies are for the rest of the month. A win-win outcome is forecasted. Full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecasted. I love those messages, right? There's no downside. So whatever event, opportunity, or situation placed in front of you, there's no losing for you. So it's kind of like, go for it, right? All right, let's see what else we can find out. So there is a Nine of Cups, the moon, speaking of which, the star, love it, and justice. So let's talk about this. So we know that the new moon is really it lands in your house of expansion, adventure. The ninth house, actually, your native house. And you're comfortable here. You love an adventure. You love to travel. You're curious. You want to open up your mind. You want to meet new people. You're social. You're an extrovert. All of those things. So this is going to open up new paths for you, this new moon. It's going to lead you, perhaps, to that coveted dream or wish that you've been, going towards. This is a wish fulfilled card. This is a wish fulfilled card. The star and the Nine of Cups both showed up with a win-win outcome for you, Sagittarius. Listen, it can't get much better than that. And you know what I love about this? Your ruler, Jupiter, is in Cancer, which means that's sitting in your 8th house of other people's money. Windfalls, huge money coming your way, unexpected money. Whether through not gambling, that's more 5th house stuff, but 8th house of shared assets and resources and insurance payouts and tax refunds and surprising gifts from intimate connections. Your relationships, they might come into a bounty. It might be inheritances. There's all kinds of way these other people's money, your financial investments, big payouts, your speculation, any of that money type of situation is being highlighted with your ruler, Jupiter. So this can be a very big win-win outcome for you and a wish fulfilled for you. So I love this. Love, love, love this. All right, let's get some additional. And I like the justice showed up too, because honestly, sometimes when we see some challenging times in our lives and we wonder if we're ever going to see the end of them, it seems like it's just, we kind of feel sorry for ourselves sometimes, and it's hard to get out of a rut, and we've all been there. And so when justice shows up, it's a relief, because we know that things are going to be put back in balance. We know that there is going to be some, reckoning for things, and that she did show up when we're talking about other people's money. The ninth house also represents, legal things. So if there's been some type of thing going on, a legal matter going on, it might be coming to a conclusion, and it definitely can be a win-win result, and one that's going to lead you to a bounty, being that your 8th house is where your ruler is. So this is all pointing to big opportunities, monetary opportunities for you too. Well, there's the Magician. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm glad to see this. The Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, and the World. Okay, yeah, something's coming to an end, and I think that might be some type of legal or financial situation that's going to turn out to be very fortunate for you. Okay, so we know that there's going to be an opposition too. coming with this new moon is what I'm thinking about. And that's going to challenge, you know, it's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge relationships. It's going to challenge, you know, the neighborhood that you live in, maybe siblings. Third house is communication, so there's going to be some opposition in Pluto that's going to kind of turn that house, you know, disrupt it a little bit, because that's what Pluto does. It wants us to do some archaeological dives, you know, to see what's buried down there real low that we need to transform. And I love that the moon card, obviously with the new moon July 24th, it's nice that it showed up, that the energy is prevalent, but it also talks about, you know, the hidden, the secrets, you know, the subconscious. And Pluto kind of is that energy, you know. It wants us to do this deep dive. Like I said, it wants us to face our fears, you know, let things come into the light of day, into the sun. And those might be around your neighborhood, like I said, or a sibling. Transportation and communication. Those are all houses, third house things. But I think what's going to happen, it's really close to home. And I think it is going to be more neighborhood related. The Magician coming up here is you. It's you mastering something. And I love that it showed up here because it's bookmarking the other self-mastery card, which is the World. And Saturn is the self-mastery planet, and he went into Aries, and he's going to stay there for about 3 years. And that means your fifth house of love and romance and joy and fun and entertainment is going to be, you know, under the Saturn purview, which means there's some maturation. There's some growing up. There's some responsibilities. It's not just going to be all fun, joy, pleasure, and, you know, romance, although there will be. I mean, that's the nature of that house. So it's going to be in opposition, though. So something is going to be in the way of it, and it might be eclipsed out. And you're going to have to figure out what that means. Now, I love that the Magician, though, is a self-mastery card, meaning you have the experience now. You have learned. This is, you know, you going around the world on this fool's journey. And this is the start of your journey, and this is the end of your journey. And you've picked up your pentacle, your sword, your cup, you know, your wand, and you have succeeded in all of these areas of your life. It's so like prominent because that's what's going on with the planets. They're all aligned at these very low degrees. They've all shifted, these outer planets. And so we're all starting a brand new chapter. It's a brand new world for us all. And new moons also represent that. So for you to be in this self-mastery role and to have completed very successfully, is what the World says, is really a feather in your cap. It is an accomplishment. And you're going to definitely be prepared now for this next journey. And we have, you know, a lot of challenging times ahead of us. But I think you're going to do this very, very seamlessly. So, you know, this Pluto is going to be in this third house, though. And, you know, these relationships with close friends and neighbors and, you know, other relationships, they might undergo some transformation, and that's what I'm thinking here. Some of these will go under some transformation over the period of Pluto remaining in this house for a very long time. His transit lasts like 19 or 20 years, I think, and Uranus is going to last 7 years, and that's in your house of relationships too. So get ready for it. But look you've got win-win, wishes fulfilled. You have got the power, you've got the experience and the self-mastery and a brand new start with this Ace of Pentacles, which, by the way, is a prosperous new beginning for you. Hope it resonated. If it has, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.